This quick edit tip is all about making your dialogue smoother. Knowing how to polish up your audio is hugely important to the dialogue editing process. Whether you're passing your final audio mix to a dedicated sound team or you're doing it yourself, you'll still want to be working with dialogue that sounds good. This is going to allow you, the director, the client, the producer, to experience the piece more like the way your audience will when they're watching the final version. As you're rough cutting, you'll want to make sure that you aren't distracted from how a moment really feels due to excessively poor quality audio. Smoothing your dialogue ensures that you can generate that layer of believability so crucial to the construction of your story. So, how do you accomplish this? One of the most common ways is by using room tone and ambience to smooth out your dialogue. When a character has finished delivering a line, there's often a bit of space or dead air. The noticeable absence of background hum and noise can take a viewer momentarily out of the story. That's where room tone comes in. Room tone is the subtle, low-volume sounds present in every room, like this. It obviously isn't complete silence, because air ducts, outside sounds, and other subtle audio hums and buzzes are often captured. When shooting exteriors, these sounds are referred to as ambience. In certain respects, room tones and ambience are like fingerprints. Every one of them is unique, even if the differences are very subtle. Let's dig in a bit more and see how to clean up dialogue with room tone and ambience in your real-world editing. First, you'll need to find the room tone or ambience in your footage. It's most frequently the last thing done on set, so begin by looking at the end of a clip. But if that's not the case, you can always use the waveforms to find areas where dialogue isn't present. The next step is optional, but we've always found it to be extremely useful. Make an audio-only subclip of that room tone or ambience. This way, it's at your fingertips when you need it, and you don't have to consume time hunting around for it. Next, we'll take this background noise and cut it in between the lines of two characters. If it's long enough, you can add a constant layer of this ambience to your scene, then keyframe its volume level. This way, it gets louder and softer during the dialogue. If it's shorter, like our subclip, we can insert it selectively into our scene and dissolve in and out of it. Here's a date night discussion scene. Let's take a listen before our cleanup with ambience.
That's it. I'm not going to another movie with you. Admit you liked it, or you're not getting laid for a month.
So, some things are going on that are pretty distracting. First, even with a short audio dissolve, the audio transition here is somewhat jarring.
I'm not going to another movie with you. Admit you liked it.
And in this area, 3 disconcerting things happen in quick succession. There's a buzzing at the end of the woman's line. There's an odd noise before the man sighs, and some fabric rustling is heard after he sighs. Let's take a listen.
Laid for a month.
These might be neutralized somewhat after sound effects and/or music are added for the final mix, but it's worth getting it sounding as good as it can even at this stage. So let's hear what this sounds like after we've cut our ambience in on track 3.
That's it. I'm not going to another movie with you. Admit you liked it, or you're not getting laid for a month.
We dissolved our ambience in and out underneath that first cut, helping to mitigate its abruptness.
I'm not going to another movie with you. Admit you liked it.
And for the 3 problems at the tail of the sequence, we combined adding the ambience with keyframing to lower those noise aberrations that we wanted to minimize.
For a month.
In our experience, we found that when recorded audio is pristine, techniques like these might just be icing on the cake. But when your audio has been recorded on the run or in a noisy environment like this, it's going to make a massive difference in your cut's professional presentation. So remember, a good way of smoothing out dialogue gaps is to find a section of the recorded audio track where the characters aren't speaking, but the microphone still picked up the general ambience of the room or the environment. This will create a more seamless transition from one line to the next. Hey there! For tons more free editing training, head over to our website at filmeditingpro.com/free training. Here you can download free editing guides along with high-quality video training courses created by our team of professional Hollywood editors. Our tutorials cover a wide range of editing topics, like cutting awesome movie trailers, editing action scenes, how to work with music and sound design, and a lot more. All of these free guides and videos are available at filmeditingpro.com/free training. I'll see you next time.